So the ending in this week's episode was pretty awesome. There were some slow moments before we got to that, but otherwise I was pretty happy with this episode. So fake Jake is still texting Brooke. I mean, it's really bad because he's even texting his parents, and we know this is the killer because Jake's been dead for a while now. The killer or the killers, they're really after Audrey. Like, they want to make her, they just want to blackmail her for all the stuff she did last season. And I'm not so sure if she actually killed people or if she was just helping Piper like we already know. I still kind of think she might have killed a couple people. Thumbs up if you agree. But anyway, I don't think this was a hallucination, but the killer put like that corkscrew thing, which was the murder weapon for the motel clerk, in her bed. Like, I think that was real, right? Was that real? So Sabo is one of the main players of this episode. And I honestly have to believe that he is a major red herring because they're making this guy look super, 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 super shady. Like, it's way over the top. So I'm like 99% sure he has nothing to do with any of the killings. One, he's like obsessed with the Lakeside 5. Is it Lakeside? 6? It's 5 now. But anyway, and he is really a talented artist because he's doing like these professional quality sketches of each and every one of them, which maybe is a little unbelievable for a high school student, maybe not. And he does even more creepier stuff towards the end of the episode. So they also have Eli looking major, major, major shady in this episode. Like, he almost tried to kiss Emma at Karen's house. And one of the main themes of this episode is trying to throw a birthday party for Karen, and Eli tells Emma that he wants like a really, really big party, which we find out later that he never said that and he wanted something like really low key. So they're making him look super shady. So they all show up at the party and like everyone's getting drunk on tequila. Well, someone drugged the tequila, so people are either throwing up violently or they are like hallucinating. Like, Audrey thinks she sees her girlfriend who is dead, and Emma has this whole scene where she's out in the woods, like behind the house. And honestly, I think that some of this was actually real, but when she was seeing that little girl, I'm pretty sure that little girl was her as a child, and I think she's trying to tell her something. So I really feel like she's trying to tell her something about Brandon James, or maybe Brandon James' brother, or maybe even her mom, who has been low-key shady. So I'm kind of still wondering if her mom is a player in all of this killing stuff. What do you think about that? But she also sees the killer, or someone, in the Brandon James mask, and she thinks he's trying to attack her. And then her dad like mysteriously shows up, which makes him like a super big red herring, and I still don't think that he's involved in anything shady, but I would love to hear your thoughts down below about her actual dad and like, why was he out there? That was bizarre, but I think they were just trying to throw us off of who the real killer or killers could be. So during all of this hallucination, somehow Audrey and Zoe and Noah end up in kind of this threesome, and they're all like kissing. And I think we knew that Noah liked Zoe, and we think that Zoe liked him. But then like the next day when he tells her that he likes her, she's like, nah, I mean, this doesn't make sense. This would just be too weird. And she totally turns him down. Now, many of you have tweeted or commented to me that Zoe is one of the killers. So far, I don't think we have a good enough reason to believe that she is, but I can get behind those theories. I'm also mega leaning toward Karen. As you guys know, Noah has been my main suspect. I haven't stopped thinking that. But Karen seems to definitely be shady because they haven't made him look shady. He's the closest person that we have to Emma, pretty much. And just some things from last season, if you think about it, made him really look suspicious. And I think he could definitely be one of our killers. Now, I don't think that necessarily means that his cousin Eli is working with him, although I could see that going both ways. So Sabo's dad, of course, is the sheriff, and he finds the sketches in his room, but he also finds that Sabo has a Brandon James mask. Now, this was the point where it was just so over the top for me. I knew that Sabo couldn't be one of the killers, and for all we know, someone planted that mask there to make him look guilty, but I would love to hear what you think below. Thumbs up if you think it's just a huge red herring. And of course, we had an epic ending, and I was very concerned because when I saw Brooke going up on stage, I was like, man, I know a lot of you thought she was going to die like in this episode, and I think she will die this season. And I kind of like her, so I was kind of freaking out because I really felt like something was going to fall from the ceiling and crush her, and it would just be like terrible. But instead, someone dropped Jake's bloody body practically on top of her, and she was covered with blood, and it was like major Carrie vibes if you've seen that movie, either the original from like the 70s or the reboot with Chloe Grace Moretz. It was definitely a nod to that movie. But anyway, next week's episode looks good, and I'm honestly hoping they kill off another main person, because I think they kind of need to pick it up a little bit. The first episode was great with the murdering of Jake, so I think that if they don't kill someone off, at least give us some kind of big clue that's substantial to who one of the killers might be, or maybe there's just one killer, I don't know. But I'm kind of interested to see if one of the adults is involved. I'm getting vibes from Kieran that he could be the killer, and I still think Noah could be, but I would love to see what your theories are and who you predict down below. I love reading your theories and responding to them, and I love trying to figure out this show together. So if you haven't been to one of the live chats, they're so much fun because we can theorize live together. So the information for the chats are down below. They're every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern right here on my channel. And if you just found me or you've been watching but you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate that. I would love for you to be a part of the Kelly TV family so you don't miss any of my videos ever. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon, either here or with my Pretty Little Liars videos. Bye guys.